In today's episode, we have Leung Kam Fai talk about his film Save My Soul, and we talk about the fashion, the editing, all about his film. Hi, welcome to VIFF Podcast. This episode is taking place in unceded territory of Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh. Here today, I have director of Save My Soul, Leung Kam Fai, and we're gonna talk about his film. Hi, Faye.
Hi, Joe. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, so nice to meet you. Fai's film, Save My Soul, is in short form 8, which is one program that I've programmed this year. Our programmer, Casey Wei, program all the other programs in short form. So your film was kind of my response to some of Casey's choice. Casey's favorite films this year was very sexual, deranged, and I thought your film had this feeling of people on the outside creating their own life, creating their own intimacy, creating their own way of living, which is something very close to me as a queer person. I'm just a sucker for that kind of story. Do you want to talk about like the summary of your film?
All right. So first of all, thank you for Joe like picking my films.
Oh, of course.
I'm really curious about like why would people pick my films or who pick my films. And I feel like for those who pick my films, we always have something that can like resonate to each other's.
Yeah.
Like because to me this film is it is not a work of realism, but it is. But I feel like I put a lot of like my feelings, my inner state into it. Although like as you can see, my character is not me, right? Because my character is a young mute boy. Like, and also people ask like, why would you choose like two characters? One is like a mute guy and one is a blind man. Like to me, it's just more like dramatic like conflict things. But to me, I don't really care about like the physical barriers of them. I care more about, as I say, their inner state. And to me, like one keyword like in this film is loneliness. And like for me, especially like at that stage, I feel like I would like to connect with more people, but I can't because I got other works, and I put a lot of effort in it. But I feel like people want to people would like to know like other stuff, not my stuff. And so one day I feel my producer told me that, okay, if you really want someone to to understand you, maybe you should, okay, how to say, you should like step back a little bit. Like don't always show people like who you are.
Yeah.
Instead think about like what people want. Okay, I just heard of that and I feel like, okay, I can kind of like understand that, but I don't really like that mindset. But what if, okay, I create a character who also encounter that situations to deal with his own like loneliness. He can't even be himself. He has to adapt like such kind of like metamorphosis things. He has to become a cat to get the careness, like the love from the other guy.
The ending. Well, maybe I'll kind of summarize the film for the audience. Just briefly, it's about this young man who is mute, and my understanding was he's trying to move away from the city or like civilization and have different connection to nature and how to live his life in his own term. And there's a parallel story of blind, much older person who feeds a stray cat, and he has his own struggle, and somehow they, through the cat food, they kind of merge and develop this intimate relationship at the end. The very ending, I remember like gasping, like, oh, that's not how I imagine story going. And when the old man was petting him, it felt so intimate and no judgment, just two people comforting each other. I'm gonna look at you can cut this out. I'm gonna ask the second question. Yeah, so that moving away from established society and even the bullies in the film who are like being really mean to the main character. What was your idea about the nature versus the city in your film?
I think like it is important to me, or I always try to emphasize that like my films, are like my film based in Hong Kong, right? And as maybe if you have ever been to Hong Kong, you know this is like basically it's a city, right, with a lot of like buildings, skyscrapers, right? So whenever like even this story, situated in a valley, kind of quite a special, habitat, like in the city. But I would like always remind myself I have to like keep. I would say I didn't add it. I just keep the the city things like in my film.
Yeah.
Because if I try to like make my films in really isolated places, I can connect with it because I always I'm born and raised in Hong Kong, and
Right.
actually if you like bring me to a jungle like far from city, I will feel afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, we have like other films also like shooting on the mountains. We always like how to say, we always like emphasize if we enter the mountains, we cannot like we would how to say we cannot connect with the like ordinary lives that we have.
Yeah.
So in the mountain, everything can happen. Yeah.
That's true. And I love that the main character, when he was trying to survive in the nature, he's not successful. He can't catch anything. It's a struggle. But I also love his hair. I love like production design, and I think his hair being like leopard print. I didn't catch it when I first saw it, like, oh, that's a cool hair, and then I just washed over me, and until I rewatched it and having cat in my mind and seeing his hair, like, oh my god, he's a wildcat. What was the fashion and hair choices, and what was the process like?
Again, like thanks Jeru for caring all about the details, because I think I have screened this film in New York or in mainland China. Like people would focus more on the so-called storytelling, or like why would that two peoples like encounter in such a way. But indeed, to me, like my films, what always matters is the the visual appearance, as well as the the fashions, the style that you mentioned. So, but I'll be like frank and this podcast,
Yeah.
because that's my character. His name is Choi Zai. When I met him, like he was indeed a skater. He was a skater, and he just finished like the first modern work of him.
Okay.
Yeah. And I met him in a friend's gatherings. I feel like someone would like to introduce him to me. Yeah. And like not out of like his expectations. I really like get in love with him. Like I like him. like the moment I saw him. And I think I just asked him like, should we like do something? Like, should we make a short films? And he said yes. He was just like 18 or
Yeah.
19 at the time. And yeah, and no hesitations at all. And but he asked like, what do you want to shoot? I said, I don't know yet. Okay, but at that night, he showed us that no, actually he didn't show us. Well, because it was late and he was like going back home, and I find that he didn't if live in a building, an apartment as we do. He lives in Death Valley.
Okay.
Yeah, that's indeed like he's where he lives.
Where is that?
It is like actually it's a valley, but like around that valley.
Okay.
They are all the public estates, others like private housings. So if you can remember a shot, there's a like plastic bag like falling from nowhere, right? Yep. The background is the housing like around.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's more like a fancy neighborhood?
Yeah. But that valley is not. It is, yeah. Yeah. And then I feel like I'm interested like in his habitat, right?
Yeah.
And then I visit that place with him the next day, and I just know what I should make. Yeah.
Oh,
But then
interesting.
As why I would portray him as a cat, I think I didn't like create a lot of stuff like out of him or out of this place. What I did is I tried to capture them. So the outfit, like it's his own outfit.
Yeah.
But of course, I said I like this one. I just want you to like wear this one.
I love that it says metropolitan.
Yeah. And for the like hairstyle, I a little bit embarrassed, but that's truth. I don't think like in our budget we managed to to let him dye his hair like many times. This is the hair we use it like after his photo shoot, like from the modeling work that I said.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So it was temporary.
Yes, and we have to kind of like finish that films within like 5 days. The
Before
reason
it
is
washes
because
out.
he is going back to school like
Oh.
yeah. And he can't have that hair anymore. Yeah.
Did you have to bleach it or dye black?
Bleach and then
Oh my God.
a lot of like procedures which I don't know. Yeah.
I had no idea. I thought it was such a strong choice. So I love that it was driven by your relationship, interaction with him, and the style and the editing, the visual effect was also very interesting to me. Like in the middle part when the main character is kind of lost, and I think what I liked about it is you have like frame within the frame. There's bright colors, interesting editing. What was your choice behind those aesthetics?
I actually like don't like boundaries. Like I don't like boundaries at all means. So like even for editings, because I think I grabbed something important like in this film. Let's say the storytelling, the portrait of this like that young guy that I like so much. But like what else can I do? I always think about that. So actually I finished my cut like and until I meet my editor. My editor, is a young guy, another young guy who has never been, let's say making a films. He doesn't even want to make a films. Yeah. But, he is an editor, of the short reels.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just say, I think, and we got something very similar. That is, we learn the techniques by ourselves, like let's say from YouTube or from somewhere else. So I appreciate that a lot, and I say, okay, just try, like give me what you can give me.
Yeah.
And then I pick like this one I like it. Okay, this one maybe you need to like revise it or Yeah, I work in that way.
Mm.
I would say like with his help, the films comes to like what I imagines. Because for the first cut, I just put the things like together. Maybe I try to like mix the how to say the to make it like not to be a very streamlined narrative.
Yeah.
Yep. But I feel like okay, I don't think it is energetic enough. Like
Oh, I thought it was very energetic.
yeah, it is energetic like after the
Right.
editors
Yeah.
like joins us.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have inspiration or reference going in making the film, or it just happened organically?
I would say it happens organically, but as a like I would say I'm a film buff.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of films. I don't know if you would feel it or not, but I feel like there's some like Fassbinder influence in there.
Okay. Yeah, totally. Like Paris, Texas.
No. Fassbinder is like the Ali what eat my souls. I forgot. Like Fear Eats My Soul, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then
I love him.
Fox and My Friends
Oh
and
my
all
God, I
that.
love that film too.
I always like to like portray, a guy who has a lot of feelings inside it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I definitely see it. Especially like Corel, his last film. I can totally see reference to, because the lighting in that film is so beautiful, and you use so much color with your lighting, which I really loved. Which reminds me the scene at the end with the blind man's house, and it was really dark and had like fluorescent light, and I was like, oh, why is he not turning on the light? And he doesn't need a light. What was the connection between, like, the chemistry between that actor and the younger mute character?
Like
How did they work together?
that's a very like smooth process. I think like because people understand this story in both ways. Because this is a story that I put like paintings, and and appreciations of another human like together.
Yeah.
And I feel like some people would like read this story, in that way, and the other way.
Yeah.
And I didn't try to like explain, completely that in which way I think the story is, because I think you can always interpret it in different ways. So I feel like different actors, they interpret the stories in different way. But I like that how to say I like that expressions, because I feel like when we interact with, let's say I interact with you, I interact with him, actually we don't ask, okay, what do you think?
Yeah.
Right? We are in the actions, right? So even they may think of like, they may interpret like the scene in different ways, but they are like doing intimate pattings, and they know their stages, they need the support of each other's, and that's also why I didn't like I stop it like at that moment. I didn't like try to say the extend the story.
Yeah.
Because I think that moment is the the only like climax.
Yeah.
That to me like that I can think of.
Yeah.
Like what will happen after that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the real like good moment to me is that moment. So I stop it at that time. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that ending was very tender and intimate, but also very kinky. I read it at first, I thought it was very kinky and kind of bold to end it that way. I was thinking like, oh, there's some connection to fetish in my mind. as well as like super tender, like petting your cat. Um, and I really loved when I think that throughout the whole film, like you understand why they're moving away and like trying to be alone, but being alone is not a solution
Mm,
for them.
mm,
And I
mm.
really love that they come together in that way. Um, you said you don't want any other ending, but do you kind of is it a this film is it a theme that you want to explore more, the intimacy and um unconventional relationships?
I would say yes,
Mm-hmm.
but not in a conscious, like it is not a conscious choice or like all that. But because I'm already like working on another films, another short films,
Mm-hmm.
and my teammates like my DP, and he said like he again like see something similar in that script.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I didn't really like think of why I would like creating all stories like that like again and again.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's maybe that's me, right?
Yeah. Um, what, do you want to talk about your past projects? Maybe we can get a sense of like your what kind of work you do.
Hmm. Uh, because I think I start filmmaking, in the industries like
Mm-hmm.
let's say the film industries. Like I work in Hong Kong, I also work in mainland China, and I think until I met like Fu Chan,
Mm-hmm.
the director of Made in Hong Kong.
Mm-hmm.
He was famous and like or he's the pioneer of independent filmmaking in Hong Kong.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I met him. He was already like 50s,
Mm-hmm.
but he was still like the most energetic
Yeah.
filmmakers that I can
Mm-hmm.
imagine. He would like care all the stuff like by himself.
Wow.
Uh, yeah, and that inspired me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I think after I met him, I worked with him like for several projects, and then I tried to make my own films.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I would say like to me, I'm not like chasing for a very like professional way of filmmaking.
Mm-hmm.
What I do is I want to like keep my crew size small,
Mm-hmm.
but I try to like find stories that is like unique, to me or yeah. I'm trying to do those stuff.
Yeah. How
Yeah.
did you start being interested in film?
Oh, that's because I'm from Hong Kong, right?
Yeah.
My always like my idol is my hero is Wong Kar-wai.
Mm.
Yeah, I think I for the first few years I didn't really like watch movies. I just
Mm-hmm.
watched Wong Kar-wai's.
Yeah. I had
Yeah.
that phase too. And that's how you started loving film. And did you start with writing scripts or being interested in cinematography or
I think I write scripts, like
Mm.
write short stories first. Yeah.
Oh, amazing. And is this your first film or
Oh no, this is my second like short films. Yeah.
okay. What was your first film?
My first film is about like a couples, they make films
Mm-hmm.
in an unconventional ways.
Mm-hmm.
So basically that is uh, that's not me, right, or my producer, but we act, ourselves. Like
Mm-hmm. Are you working on, you said you were working on another
yeah.
project? Yeah. Do you want to share what you are working on right now?
Okay. I will be making another short films,
Mm-hmm.
like with Fu Chan as my producers this time.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a story I would say in Save My Soul. I try to like put many like Hong Kong elements in it. Let's say the language, let's say the contrast between the nature and the cityscape.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say that kind of you know uh that is a very subtle delivery like of my tie with Hong Kong.
Yeah.
But because I always think of what I want to make is a Hong Kong a film that resonate with, you know, the contemporary like Hong Kong peoples and the scene.
Mm-hmm.
So next time I would make a film that's situated in Central.
Right.
Like to me, like, because of course there are many Hong Kong people. Well, like we are like multifold, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have different kind of lives. But I think what really, you know, in our nature is a very, like, let's say, I would say it's common thing, like we as a person living in a, you know, big city, but what we cares a lot is, like, let's say consumerism. You know, let's say yeah, we just care about like very shallow things.
Yeah.
We don't care about deep things.
Mm-hmm.
But as a, you know, storyteller, as a filmmakers, I try to like figure out what is important, like beneath these like kind of like shallow life.
Yeah.
I think there are more, but you know, it is quite complicated. Let's
Yeah.
say I have, you know, spent many years
Mm-hmm.
figuring them out.
Yeah.
I would say this short film is trying to, you know, make it like my, how to say, my first time, you know, to try on this difficult stuff to me. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Amazing. Yeah, when I'm talking to filmmakers from other parts of the world, this year is the first time we're mixing international and Canadian film. Up until now, we had separate programs, and I've been programmer or the previewer for Canadian film past 2 years, so I've only seen Canadian short film, and I do my own film too. So, you know, I know people who make film in the town and what the scene is like. And I'm curious how Hong Kong indie film scene is like. It seems like you were also involved in more industry film and more indie film. So how would you describe the indie film scene in Hong Kong?
I'll say that's a, you know, a good topic, but also a very controversial topic. As I said, we don't like represent like others, right?
Yeah.
But I'm one, like a part of it, so I try to, you know, say my part of like observations, my feeling, all that. I would say we are kind of transforming like from the past generations, like the I would say the older generations, because we don't we can, how to say, we don't think we can, you know, make movies in the way that they did. We won't have, you know, those budgets. We don't have that industries. We don't have all that like support in terms of like talents, in terms of, you know, technicians, all that. And even like, let's say in Hong Kong, the city, like the people are not so welcoming if you know, make films. So we got a lot of like difficulties, you know, barriers. But what inspired, like, with all these limitations, we have to figure out like how can we, you know, do it? Like how can we, you know, make films? How can we, how to say, realize the films that is in our brains, you know, to work.
Yeah.
And within, you know, these process, I think the creativities and, you know, the real creativity, I would say, will strike in. And that's why I have, you know, such method of making films. As I said, like, it is really not professionals, but I always know what should I do, like to in order to achieve the stuff that I want. And I feel like my counterparts are also like having the same kind of mentality. Although we don't like discuss should we do that, you know, in the same way, but I feel like each of us are having, you know, our own minds, you know, we are figuring out our ways. Yeah.
You mean you and your producer?
No, I mean like even like apart from my producers, like other independent filmmakers, you know, younger filmmakers.
Right.
Yeah, we are. I feel something we are similar, but we are also very different.
Yeah.
Yep. But what we are trying to do is, yes, how to, voice out. Yeah. Because to me, I think the Hong Kong independent, filmmaking scene is like develop, is growing, I would say, like thriving within these 5 to 3 years. Yeah, 3 to 5 years. And yeah, I'm quite like optimistic. Yeah, at this stage.
Yeah.
Yeah. But around like 10 years earlier, when I was still in the university, I maybe I'm not part of it, but I really like see, fewer short films, or independent productions that I would really want to see. But I think it's changing.
Okay.
Yeah. And we are coming back. Yeah. I think I have one thing like that would like to respond to your questions, but you didn't ask this, but it is about, like you said, it is not so conventional. That stories, goes. Is it?
Yeah.
What you mean? And I think I always like heard about that as well, like from others.
About your film or this film specifically?
This films specifically. Yeah. But actually, like, to me, that ending is kind of like one of the main reason, or the only reason that I want to, shoot this film. Yeah. At first I feel like Choi Dai looks like a cat when he doesn't, talk, he doesn't move, like in silence. I feel like, you look like a cat in it, and with his hair, right? So I come up with the stories, like the base, the settings, but I know, like, I want the story, to end it that way, to go to that scene, because to deal with my loneliness is the thing that I want to, talk and those films.
Yeah. That really comes across. Would you say you start with the ending scene then as an inspiration for the film? Yeah. Picturing the ending scene in my head. It was so strong. But you met your main character first, and then you were thinking about your film, and then the scene came to your head.
I think yes, the sequence is like that. Yeah, but like that scene, it is not a specific scene to me. Like, because to me, what really matters in our lives, those very short but critical moments we deal with, like, others, right? Yeah. I think so. I can escape from that, and my stories, like, or like even films, or short stories, I think they are going, in that directions. Always going in that directions. Yeah, because if I'm talking about, like, stories, like lives of humans, although we have, like, a very how to say, we have lives that is a very public lives, right? We have different occupations and all that, but what truly matters are, like, leaving all those masks that we put on. What we really cares. I think that is the answer is us, and the one that we love, right? So,
and I love that the film doesn't really make a judgment or conclusion. It's, you just present it, and in a way that as an audience you just accept it and just feel all the emotions from between the characters. Yeah, that was very strong. I really kind of gasped. I don't know why. I think because I was so relating to them feeling like the outside of the society, and them finding each other. So I think it's universal. Like, we all want to have that kind of connection.
Yes.
Whether it's like lifelong or momentary, it's very special. I'm
But,
kind of
yeah.
surprised that you said you're a more serious person because the film was so vibrant and it had like sort of effortless energy to it. So I love the dichotomy between the way you approach things and how the film.
I feel like, this is my difficulty. That is, like, yeah, they are very like messy in my heart.
Yeah.
But I feel like, maybe I look like all right, like
We all, yeah.
So that's why like my movie goes like that.
Mhm,
Yes,
mhm.
I didn't use social media a lot,
Hmm.
and I also don't try to express myself like too much.
Mhm.
Yeah, I put all my real thoughts like in my movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to see your film on big screen, and you'll see your film in context with the other film in the program. And I'm looking forward to what you think. I think it had similar themes that you are exploring in a different way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm so excited to do Q&A, and maybe hopefully we'll talk before you go back to Hong Kong.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, it was such a pleasure to know more about the film and get to meet you.
Yeah, I would also like to say thank you to the Vancouver like audience. I hope you like Save My Soul.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that will.
And please like give me any feedbacks like
Yeah.
if we have the chance to meet.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You have been listening to the VIFF Podcast. Thanks to our community broadcast partner, Tell Us Story Hive, for their support. If you're enjoying the show, please rate and review the podcast, and be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Visit viff.org to learn more about the Vancouver International Film Festival and see what's on at the VIFF Center year-round.